All right, man. Let's talk some boxing, man. I found this very interesting. Fotech shared this in the Discord. I didn't see the Frank Martin post fight interview that Errol Spence did, and he said something very interesting in that interview. And I'm gonna talk about that. Also, we start off talking about the Inoue situation. Um, Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or uh drop a video. So that's what we be covering today, man. So um like I said, you can listen to this episode about an hour or two after it drop. Hour, Spotify, everywhere else, about 2 hours. Be right on Anchor as well too. Um so yeah, we in here, man. So shout out to Jalen. What's going on? Uh, got a couple adjustments I need to make, so let me make these adjustments real quick. Um, make these adjustments so we can get the rolling. Make sure you have the thumbs up video. It's free, by the way. You want to donate to the channel, hit the thumbs up video, share the video, subscribe to one of the podcasts. It's free, rated. Appreciate that. Um, so yeah, I don't know what's going on. There we go. Whatever, it's not showing my pin comment. Let me pin this one. Yeah. Let's see if we can get it. We all like messed up today. Shut up, Mason. What up, Jalen? What up, Bryce? I see you. What's going on, Juice Lee? Ricky E245. Salute. But yeah, apparently Sean Dizelle said Inoue was mad about taking VADA testing, and then he ended up, acting like he got injured or whatever. Now, I stand corrected. Inoue did do VADA testing for 2 fights on record on Nevada Twitter and Nevada website. He did it for Nonito Donaire, and that's probably because Victor Conti is involved with Nonito Donaire. It's a Bay Area thing. He probably sponsored the whole thing, and then he took one for Joel Casamayor fight. But those are only 2 fights he has been on record for taking VADA. All right. So at the end of the day, now Sean Dizelle was saying basically that he was surprised that VADA was random drug tested. Now I don't know how long he been tested, and we don't even know if Fulton been tested because we know how PBC is, you know. So like I said before, I was surprised that they was testing because Inoue in his previous fight, there's no record of VADA testing in his previous fight versus Paul Butler. And maybe because hey, it is what it is, but you wouldn't think he was on Pez because the way they went at Luis Neri for popping hot, I think that was him and some, and he got and Luis Neri got banned. Uh, Luis Neri got banned from like Japan or something like that from fighting over there as well too. So so that's something to think about as well too. When he got popped over there, it was a huge thing, But at the end of the day, the whole fishy part about it is Vada's drug testing popped up, and then he pulled out the fight. Now everybody's suspicious about his power. I just think he's a gifted fighter that knows how to turn over his punches and all that. That's my humble opinion. But when you start talking about, well, when Vada testing came, he basically said that, he didn't want to, he basically pulled out the fight and was mad as hell. They was coming to do random drug testing. Okay. And then when you got a guy that's carrying power throughout the weight classes, now some people, I see somebody say he ducked a lot of killers at, I think it was 112 or some weight class. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of black fight fans and a lot of white fans and a lot of all boxing fans like Inoue. So let's get that out of here, like before they start that bullshit about Asian hate and all that. Uh, Everybody like Inoue over in America. I mean, you might see some people that say, "Oh, he overrated," and "Oh, I don't watch the smaller weight classes." But for the people who are boxing enthusiasts, they love Inoue. But then when you turn around and say that he refused to take, he was mad that Vada came and then he pulled out the fight. That's very suspicious. No matter how you cut the cake, that's very suspicious. And not to say, like I said, I'm not saying he own anything. I'm not saying that he own anything, but that's hella suspicious though. You know. So at the end of the day, you know, that's just, if that is true, he's suspicious. Ain't no way around it. And a lot of people could say, well, you insinuating and hey, he been on record for testing for 2 fights. That's what we can say. He not year round, and most of these guys are not year round drug testing. So you could take it for how you want to take it. But when somebody talk about, well, he refusing, he got mad when Vada came, and then he pulled out the fight with an injury, and then okay, because people do understand that you can, depending on how long you test, 8 weeks and 10 weeks, that ain't enough time. You still can reap the benefits from performance enhancing drugs 24, a while down the road, and ain't no telling what type of new drugs they got that's not even tested for. Now, the thing about the new drugs that they doing is, but our new drug testing about stuff they can't detect. They save a sample, then they spend a block years later, then test your sample or something like that for the drug. You know what I'm saying? But where there's smoke, there's fire at. Anytime somebody complaining about a drug test, then he pull out the fight and all that shit, man. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's just what it is. Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. And I'm sure he a clean fighter. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I'm not doubting that he is, he is a clean fighter. But when you talk about, the dude was complaining and got mad about if that's true about the Vada drug testing and shit, and then, and then the fight, then he pushed the fight back. Come on, man. That's suspicious. No matter how you cut the cake, no matter how you slice the pie, that's suspicious. And then he already got freakish power. Then you kind of they kind of gave Manny Pacquiao a slap on the wrist. And everybody knew what Manny Pacquiao was doing. I ain't gonna say what he was doing, but everybody knew it. But it was just to the fact that they was tired of seeing black fighters like Floyd dominate. So they gave him a pass. And if Pacquiao was black, we knew he wouldn't have got that same exact pass. And I challenge anybody to tell me anything different. Like they slapped Canelo on the wrist. Oh, it was just clenbuterol. He was sick, and they just had this in the meat. Okay, whatever. They pick and choose, you know what I'm saying? They pick and choose, how they want to do this. And that's fine. We put more pressure on the guys that we think hot than the guys that actually popped hot. And that's real shit. And honestly, I haven't even picked the winner for the Fulton fight, to be honest. I'm rooting for Fulton, but I also room for Inoue. I like them both. So in a way, I ain't really even thought about picking the winner. I just enjoying the fight from a fan's perspective. To be honest, I'm just enjoying the fight from the fan perspective. He said, but also 15K. That ain't shit. If they care about the sport of boxing, that ain't shit. Bob Arum should be able to put 15K up. So that's not no excuse. They should be able to put that up if they care about if they care about the boxers, the sanctioned belt bodies, all the fees they taking, they should put 15K up. So, like I said before, ain't no excuses. You got certain promoters that's paying, when these dudes become undisputed, they paying the sanctioning fees for undisputed. They paying the sanctioning fees for when these dudes go undisputed. Excuse me. So it really is like, okay, that's not no excuse. That's really not no excuse for it not to happen. All this money that they getting from TV networks and all that, what's 15K? You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. What was Al Heyman pulling out an extra one or two, whatever it was that he gave, that Errol Spence had to give out his pocket? What's that to Al Heyman? You just gave all that money to Canelo Alvarez. What's that to you? You know, these dudes, man, they selfish. But you know what? You know, they covering up drug tests too. We know that. We know they covering up drug tests. That ain't shit new. When I learned in Nevada, Nevada got 8% of the gate for Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis. That's all you need to know right there. So they gonna be in on it too. And money is the root of all evil, bro. It's greed. It's greed. And when you start getting in here talking about greed, you talking about any, you deal with people that just talk about getting the money. That's why you hear about women talking about, I'm a boss bitch. I'm getting to the bag. And then they turn around and they get in their 30s and then they 35 and then they 40 and then they want to talk about settling down and starting a family and shit. Too late. Don't know, that's like going to the shelter and somebody coming to adopt the oldest dog. Only person that's really gonna do that is somebody that feels sorry for your ass or feel sorry for the dog. That's why I tell y'all, man, it's a marathon, not a sprint. For women, it's a sprint. If you've lived long enough, it's a sprint for women. And they don't figure out it's a sprint until it's too late. Some of them. Shit for men is a marathon. They say your golden age is between 50 and 60. If you keep your health up and shit. That shit crazy. So, like I said before, like is where there's smoke, sometimes there's fire. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's absolutely a whole bunch of nothing. And you just think about all the fighters in the past or athletes in the past who had a competitive advantage that we didn't know shit about when they were just doing commission tests and all that type shit. But if folk don't seem to be concerned about it, hey, why should we? Because I don't want to hear shit after the fact. I don't want to hear shit after the fact. If you got concerns, you need to voice them now. Straight up and down. Unless it's a situation like Oscar Rivas and Dillian White, where they didn't even tell Oscar Rivas. And then you can come and make some parallels as well too. And one of the parallels that you actually can make is that when Ryota Murata went over to Japan, he looked like a totally different fighter. When he fought in America, he looked hella pedestrian. What's that about? Now I know they ain't got shit to do with him, but I believe they both are Japanese, right? They both are Japanese. But his performances, I believe, have been consistent. No matter where he at, he hurting people. So he had twice back to back in America. One in the bubble versus Jason Maloney, stopped him at 7, and another one versus Michael Dasmaranis in the Virgin Hotel. He stopped him in 3. He fought a StubHub Center back in 2017. stopped Antonio Navides in 6. So yeah, 3 of his fights been in America. I don't really know the guys. I know the Maloney guy. Think they both overrated, him and his brother, but that's just me. Maybe because I'm always seeing them get their ass whooped. In the 2 fights that he been on record testing for, it was Donaire, and Victor Conti probably sponsored that or made sure they test. And he got his orbital bone broke that fight, but then again, Donaire came in 20 pounds fucking heavy. And Inoue dug it out, then dogged him out in the second fight. But we know Donaire is a senior citizen, and people saying he pound not even a. They always gonna try to artificially put foreigners pound for pound, like they did Chocolito, and I'm told people Chocolito got his ass whooped by Sora Rievenstein, and they said, "Well, I'm crazy. He robbed him. And then what happened in the fucking rematch? He got iced." Like I said, a lot of these dudes is going with emotion when it comes to this boxing shit, bro. It's emotion. It's not logic. It's, you white, I'm black. Oh, I don't like the black fighter. I don't like this fighter. I don't like that fighter. That's why I don't get caught up in that shit. This Spence and Crawford shit. Ain't no point in getting caught up in it. For what? I seen somebody say, well, after watching All Access, my opinion, like, shut the fuck up. My comment section with that bull job. On my page with that bull job. Like, man, come on, man. It's crazy. But I'm a fan of both. But when it's something to be spoke on, and I stand corrected on him not testing. He tested versus Donaire on record, and he tested versus Casamayor, Joel Casamayor. But if he tripping about VADA testing, and maybe he didn't know they was testing. I don't know. I got nothing against the guy. I'm a fan, but I'm gonna talk on what need to be spoke on. And if he was fighting Jason Maloney or Baloney Maloney, I'm gonna say it. It's news. It's a story. And if the same foot was on Stephen Fulton, guess what? That smoking gun gonna be pointing right at the Philly boy. I don't care what they think. I'm a fan of both. I really just want to go ahead and enjoy this fight. But if it's an uneven playing field, guess what? It's up to Fulton to say something. It ain't up to me. But I'm gonna say it because it's news. But yeah, I get in, I get into it. I do a prediction video. It'll be coming soon. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. But let's move on to Spence. Now I would play the clip, but Showtime always flagging nigga shit and shit. So I'm gonna read what Errol Spence said, and I'm pretty sure we all seen what he said after the fight. Now I didn't see it. I didn't see exactly what he said, but shout out to Edmonds. What's that damn cookie company that make them damn cookies and shit, dude? I think it's called. It started with E. Edmonds or whatever. I ain't got it right in front of me. But boy, they got a motherfucking cookie sandwich, dog. That's half like a cookie ice cream sandwich. That's half cookie and half brownie. Oh my god! I had one dude. I just had one dog. I want to eat the whole pack, but I ain't on that time. That shit is good as hell. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's the best ice cream sandwich I had ever, dog. Cause I seen my man's S. Johnson. I forget his name. He reviewed the food and shit. And I seen him review. I review him. I seen him at the grocery store. I said, let me grab him. I could have a little fun, dude. And them bitches good as hell. Them bitches, I ain't even gonna front. Them hoes A1. Them hoes A1. I ain't even gonna lie to you, boy. Them bitches A1. Whoever made them, they put their foot in them bitches. They make good snacks and desserts and shit though, for sure. I give them that. So I'm gonna read what he said. And it don't seem like they don't make honey buns the way they used to make honey buns. They used to make honey buns neither, nigga. Me and somebody was just talking about that, like how honey buns don't taste like honey buns used to taste back in the day. Lavish salute, J Cash the Money Man. What it do? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, yeah, I had a honey bun some years ago. I don't eat that shit no more. Twinkies always been nasty to me, but I would tell you was my favorite Hostess cake, but I don't feel like giving a pause moment. But yeah, yeah, honey buns don't even taste the same no more, dog. Them bitches used to be slapping. Heat them bitches up before you go to school, glaze or frosting. Yeah, them bitches be slapping. He said skipping pasta drug test is always suspicious activity, in my opinion. It's always, but the Charlo skipped one and they had a reason they got exempt from it, didn't miss another one. Joseph Parker missed one as well, too. People forget that. It's a little known fact. Johnson salute. So do we really think Crawford can win a decision in Vegas? Um, yeah. Yeah. How many PBC fighters you seen get robbed? How many PBC fighters they didn't robbed? I mean, they robbed for against. Ruben, the ones I could think of was PBC on PBC robbery, like Errol Lara. No, maybe Paul Williams wasn't with PBC. So excuse me. I'm not sure if Paul Williams was with Al Heyman or not. What wasn't he with Al Heyman? I don't know. Um, but the suspicious ones was like Gabriel Rosado, Peter Quillen, Robert Guerrero, the funny stoppage versus Keith Thurman. A lot of times it's bullshit stoppages, bro, or funny things that's going on in the ring. So I mean, but then again, Terence Crawford is familiar in fighting in Vegas. That's what we got to remember too. He's already fought there. He has a rapport in Las Vegas. Now, you know, at the end of the day, do they want to do the Canelo fight? Then I feel you on that. I mean, we can overthink these things, you know, but you know, Terence Crawford has fought in Vegas. I think he headlined twice, Victor Postal, and then he fought Jeff Horn in Vegas. So he's headlined there twice before. Oh, then he fought Sean Porter. So he fought 3 times in Vegas. So he's fought 3 times in Vegas. But you think he knew when he crossed the street, you would believe he knew what he was signing up for. When he knew he had to cross the street and he was leaving Top Rank, I'm pretty sure that it crossed his mind right then and there what he had to do. I'm pretty sure. So I think you got to take. I think before we get into it, he got to take the Dimitri Bivol. He has to take the Dimitri Bivol route of things, and Bivol just went in there, fought within himself, didn't worry about the judges, let the chips fall where they fall at. When you get to worrying about what the judges say, what they do, this, that, and the third, then I think you start getting off your pivot, you start getting off your purpose, you start doing things that's not in your character. Crawford the betting overdog, so I'd follow the money. Yeah, Vegas, you know, Vegas can't be defeated. Sugar Short salute 1 week. Full text for New York and Fulton. What are you talking about? New York and Fulton? Yes, 1 week today. Fulton and New York's a grip strap for real. It might be better than Spencer Crawford. A wise man should bet on the draw. Yeah, I mean you could, but I'm pretty sure everybody already on that train. Train. I'm pretty sure everybody on that train. I need that sound clip. Coach Greg Adams got it. He said, "Bro, New York really surprised that random drug test was random." Like I said before, that just tell me that maybe he didn't know what he signed up for. I'm gonna just give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he thought it was some other shit. Fulton wins easily. Everybody hit the like, but I don't know about easily pound for pound. I go subscribe to Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. But I know if I'm him, I'm trying to really I'm trying to be slick. I'm trying to hit, not get hit. And I'm trying to get on the inside. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get on the inside. I'm trying to get on the inside of that power. Um, um, I'm trying to bully him. Me, I'm trying to get in his chest and really get to that body and wear him down. You know. So I'm not trying to be at the end of his punches, but I have a nice breakdown about that fight. I ain't got to watch film. I done seen the both of them. I'm just very interested to see how Fulton's slick style and his versatility work. But it's gonna be a good fight. I'm waking up for that one. I really wish it was on Friday because I got Friday off like a motherfucker next Friday. He said, "Yup, that's what it is. I learned quickly." Say laughing. Yeah, I think I might be going to Valdez and Navarrete too, man. I got to make sure I get my plane ticket, dude. See, I might be there to cover that fight. Kofi Universe salute. So I might be out there in Phoenix / Glendale. The 12th. What is that? They said it's the 12th. I don't know if Top Rank gonna approve me, but I'm still might go. Yeah, the 12th. So I'll be out there the 11th to 12th, and I'll probably come back home the 13th. So yeah, I'll probably be out there in Phoenix, bro. Um, Peace to everybody in the chat. Smash your like button, click the link tree, and sub to everything. Yeah, appreciate it. Go subscribe to Kofi Universe for the latest and greatest in hip hop album news and reviews. He said Beaver won a decision in Vegas versus Canelo. They tried to take it from his ass. GK Black. Crawford might watch him, and then they can't rob him. Man, they always can rob your ass. Might stop that bitch on cut 3 times in Vegas. This will be his 4th time in Vegas. Kofi say Spence first time in Las Vegas. Japan is fair with judging. Shit, man, we'll see. Fashion capital of the world. He fought Brook in Vegas too. Yeah. My bad. That was the bubble. I mean, I guess you can count the bubble at work. Yeah, he fought 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 times in Vegas. Yep. I knew you even fought in Vegas. Didn't I just say that? Hit the link tree to the podcast. Take you all the podcast right there. It's gonna be hot as fuck. Be ready for that. I already know. That's why I'm in and out like a bank robbery, my G. That's why your boy in and out. I'm trying to give me some gorditas in that boy and be gone. I'm trying to hear some, make my money back with some interviews and shit. I'm trying to give me some little Latino print and I'll be gone. That's it. Probably a little Dottie Waddy out there, be going back and forth to Phoenix. I got people out there though. He said never leave it to the referees. That's what I meant. I mean, yeah, but let's talk about what Spence said. And I'm gonna talk about also, I did a video with Derek said the other day. Shout out to Jordan Richards. I see you. I never been hit like that before. What do you say? I've never the best fucking shit in the bubble was when Kell Brooks said, I've never been done like that before. And then when Lomachenko, after he lost to T.O., he said, where do you go from here, Lomachenko? I go home. You know what I'm saying? I go home. He said, I go home. Dog, I was dying laughing when he said, I go home. So I don't even know who this dude is, but but Errol Spence said this. I mean, I could play this. If y'all can hear the audio, let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio. All right, I'm about to play the audio and I'm gonna just check. I can play the audio. I can't play the video. Let's see if we can play the audio. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. But he said, y'all heard Spence in the ring after the Frank Martin fight. We've been working on keeping my chin down and my hands up, defensive responsibility. He said, laugh my eyes, they preparing not to get knocked out. So like I said before, I didn't read that into it. Okay. That's not what I read into it. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what I read into it. If I can find this audio, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I read into that. Right. Because then Derek James turned around and said that Errol Spence has got to be the best he has to be the most technical he's ever been because he has to be. Now, my whole thing is, and I got a video coming in on this shit. My whole thing is, dude, what is the message, bro? That's what I want to know. What is the message? That's what we want to know. What the fuck is the message? Is it Terence Crawford is trash? He overrated. He can't punch. His conditioning garbage. I mean, ask yourself, what is the message? What is the message? Let me know if y'all can hear this, bro. Hold on. Hey, did y'all hear that? Did y'all just hear Errol Spence? Let me know if y'all just heard Errol Spence or not in the chat. Y for yes, N for no. Did y'all just hear Errol Spence? Okay, bet. Cool. They won't let me play the audio. Don't worry about it. All right, so I can't play it. So basically, that's exactly what he said. You can go check the post-fight interview for yourself is exactly what he said. And he basically said, you know, Derek James then went on to say that we working on keeping his chin, we working on keeping this he basically said we working on this technique. That's what he said. We working on this technique. And he said that Errol Spence got to be at his best. He got to have his best technique. And I'm gonna put it on the screen in a minute. I'm gonna read it verbatim in a minute. He said because he has to be. So what's the I want to know what's the what's the message? I'm confused because when Errol Spence was rating him, he rated his everything was rated low, and you could say he was trolling this shit, whatever. Everything was rated low, other than his conditioning. That's what I'm trying. What is the message? Is it Terence Crawford is overrated? Is it he is got more athletic? He more athletic than he not really skilled? He got a glass shield. He too light in the ass. He ain't fought nobody. He knocked out everybody at welterweight. Derek James, who the fuck is he fought? Who was he fought? Right? Now it's, oh man, we've been working on keeping my chin down and my hands up. Oh, you wasn't working on that shit, but when you fought Sean Porter, when you fought Danny Garcia, who you said was a better counterpuncher than Terence Crawford, right? Now you're going to get new mouthpieces. Now, also in that interview, he went on to say that he's staying at an Airbnb to get away from the house to be more focused. He ain't had sex this camp, and he doing a lot of things different. Now, you know, when you hear like Terence Crawford, he said ain't shit different. We doing the same thing we do every camp. But all of a sudden, Errol Spence doing all this special preparation and shit. You know, now you staying at an Airbnb. You ain't do that shit for Pacquiao. And that Pacquiao fight would have got you the percentage split that you felt that you deserve versus Errol Spence. I mean, versus Terence Crawford, right? Because him and Pacquiao did the big numbers, and he would have retired Pacquiao. Wasn't nothing. Crawford didn't have nothing to stand on. And Errol Spence would have already had the lineal belt. So he really, in his opinion, he really could have slid out the division without fighting Terence Crawford. Right? So he said he doing all this different shit for this fight. All this different. You doing at an Airbnb, staying away from your family. Right? I ain't had sex for this camp. But then again, you sit there and say the dude ain't shit. The dude trash. He ain't that. In 1 minute, he great. He overrated. He ain't fought nobody. Are we smoking on bud? I know that's part of the trash talk. What's the flavor, bro? They like that boy that was in Adrian Broner DM talking about I'm delivered. I'm no longer gay no more. What's his name? I'm delivered. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the game? What's the play? Catching plays. Look at the flick of the wrist. Come on. What's the play? Okay, it's one thing to kind of like downplay him because you ain't trying to fight him, but y'all locked in. Ain't no switching up. Ain't no switching up. Now we locked in. Like, stand on what you said. Stand on what you believe in. Cause downplaying your opponent, that don't make the fight no bigger. Now he got to be at his best. Come on, man. Dude, I'm starting to think these motherfuckers worried, bro. I'm start thinking it's like that Gucci Man song. 911, it's emergency. Gucci stole my girl, grand larceny. Derek James, you will see the best technical version of Spence because he has to be versus a motherfucker who ain't never fought nobody. You said the man ain't fought nobody. Well, damn. Okay. You said he ain't fought nobody. Now we got to be the best technical version. Oh, we working on defense. Oh, hold on. You said a nigga couldn't punch. We count on Errol Spence to walk through him. And I'm just like, bro, like, what's the message? Message! Like, dog, these dudes confused like that delivered dude. I'm delivered. Yeah, all right. You can't be no woman. Once you go to the rainbow side, bro, ain't no coming back. Ain't no switching up. Now it's like, oh, he got to be the best he ever been now versus somebody who lighting their ass, somebody who ain't fought nobody, somebody who ain't did this, somebody who ain't did nothing. But y'all niggas show dotting y'all I's and cross y'all T's and S'ing y'all S's. Fuck out of here, dude. And they talking about, oh man, we gonna walk through him and he too little. And Bud, you notice Bud ain't said shit. It's just like, okay, you want to come to me? Okay, I've been small my whole life. I've been a smaller guy my whole life. I've been seeing it all. They tried to pray. Y'all notice Bud is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like that cool motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just play it cool. Like that Boys in the Hood song. You could talk all the you want, but don't put your hands on me. But don't put your hands on me. Bud, all Bud is doing, okay. All right. Okay, we see. Y'all notice Bud ain't saying nothing. Ain't nobody asking Bud who, what, where, how, other than where. Ain't nobody asking Bud what he gonna do technically. Ain't nobody saying, Bud, is you gonna fight him on the inside? You gonna walk him down? The only thing people really saying, oh, Bud got more tools. Y'all ain't really heard people say, well, Bud, man, how you plan to fight Errol Spence? You ain't really heard nobody ask that question. You notice, they feel like 98%, 98.7% of the people who want to, that's asking about a game plan, they asking about Errol Spence. What you gonna do? I'm gonna pressure him. I'm gonna break him down. That's what he say. I'm gonna walk him through him. Derrick James, we counting on his durability. We counting on his chin. We counting on his punch output. Hey. But one thing we do know, if the counter puncher gets some space and get some time to get you to hesitate, we do know the counter puncher will slow down the volume puncher every day of the week. Floyd Mayweather wasn't the biggest puncher at welterweight, but niggas wasn't getting off on his ass. Only guy that really got off on him was Marcos Maidana and Victor Ortiz. So, like I said before, we trying to figure out what it is. Now you got to be the best that you can be. Like, fuck you, a Marine now? Ain't that the Marine slogan or something? Come on. Come on. What's the Marine slogan? I forget. Ultra instant Inoue will not work versus foe. That motherfucker got some good technique, man. That motherfucker turn this, boy. It's gonna be a good fight. Eastside League, what's going on? He said, Bud, a different breed. Y'all know this Bud ain't a nigga asked Bud how you gonna do this or what you man. Ain't nobody asked Bud that shit for real, bro. Shut up. I just had to get them ninjas baths. He said DJ is walking contradiction. Yes, he is. Mason just barked too much. He about to get put outside. Hold on. How Alfie is your profile pic? He said he hasn't fought no one. I mean, that's what he said. So I hope his mouthpiece come out from a shot since he got a person making one. Make sure it doesn't come out like the last fight. Oh, that bitch don't come out. Oh boy, about to be rich if he ain't already rich. He said Derrick James act weird anytime Bud is mentioned. Yeah, that nigga be acting. He be in this feminine. Usually, that nigga be acting like a bitch. I said it. Check out my regular link tree right there. Jared Gang gets emotional when Bud's name is brought up. Sound like Debo Beach Cruiser coming up, well, Red Beach Cruiser coming off the street. Yeah, hell of a trainer, though. I'll give him that. Carlos says salute. Good fella. I believe once Bud start making Errol think, the fight changes. I mean, yeah, but he can't let Errol get off. Because when you think, you need time to think. You know what I'm saying? You need time to think like a motherfucker. So, like I said before, if don't you dare, So it's gonna be interesting. But Bud prepare for him to come out and be aggressive. Shit, what a Bud jump on him? Get out. Miles trying to sneak his white ass in here. Get out. DJ on some edibles. He said maybe Spence and he doing Buddhism now. Maybe Spence and them believe downplaying Crawford is supposed to help promote the fight, or maybe they think it's gonna get in Bud head. If I was Spence, I'd be talking cash shit about Bud. I'd be talking about niggas, mamas, and everything, bro. I'd be trying to get that nigga to fight me. Hell yeah. Try to get him out of position and clip his ass. Shout out to Rebel Life Boxer. Go subscribe to his channel. He said Earl getting his dentures collected. Them bitches come out though. He gonna have a lawsuit. Them bitches supposed to be drilled in that bitch. He said technical means fight like he fought Mikey Garcia. Hey man, Mikey can punch though. I don't blame that motherfucker though. When I see Mikey hit Jesse Vargas, I see why he fought Mikey that way. If they talking about boxing Terence Crawford, I mean, hey, we'll see. I seen stranger things happen in the ring. Spence gonna beat Crawford down next week. Queen City like highlights. All right, cool. I mean, I respect your opinion. That's your opinion. I haven't made an official pick yet. Support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. That's all I hear is, Crawford's just gonna beat him down, or Errol gonna beat him down. Errol gonna beat him down. I mean, shit, I ain't heard a nigga say who, what, where, why from a trainer, nothing. I heard about being technical. I heard about keeping a nigga chin down, keeping my hands up. But hold on. You said a nigga can't punch. If you already coming in, defensive minded, and you can't fix defensive flaws in one camp. And that ain't even his biggest fucking defensive flaw. That nigga square up too much, bro. He square up way too much. That's his biggest defensive flaw. And Crawford's biggest defensive flaw is overhand punches, depending on what stance he in. Overhand left and right. But he been doing a better job of picking that shot off. That's the punch that he got problems getting away from. Now, I'll tell you why he did a better. I mean, I'll tell you, that Sean Porter fight, he did a lot better job of picking them shots off than he did versus Felix Diaz. He started catching them shots versus Felix Diaz, but he took a lot of overhand lefts and rights from Felix Diaz that night. Even the ones that he caught, Diaz kind of was punching through the guard a little bit. But versus Sean Porter, he kind of closed that up a lot. I expected Sean Porter to land a lot more looping shots, but Sean Porter kind of surprised me. He landed a lot more straight shots in that fight. So Sean Porter showed some type of versatility. He said Derek is giving excuses already, though. These cryptic messages about Bud. He said, cue up Cameo talking out the side of your neck. Strawberry, raspberry, all those sweet things. Violence and gumdrops is what you mean to me. He was talking about cocaine on that song, FYI. One honor salute. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. You take my appetite, and that's all right. It's like candy. I know you feel it. Can you feel it too? Niggas doing the fucking electric slide at they fucking weddings and family reunions and shit. And y'all dancing to motherfuckers talk about doing the devil's dandruff and shit, dude. Blow your mind, bro. And once you start listening to it, you like, damn. We used to sing like Usher nice and slow when we was kids. One supposed to be sick of that shit. Or You Make Me Wonder. That's one of my favorite. That's my favorite Usher song. Shit, he talking about cheating with the other friend on a girlfriend. Wonder why this generation so toxic. The subliminals. You made me want to lead the one I'm with, start a new relationship with you. He talking about, I got at your girlfriend, but he knew it should have been you. Like, dog, nigga, come on, y'all surprised this nigga, taking niggas bitches at his goddamn, Vegas, whatever they call it, and then he got extended into October. Oh, hey, it is what it is. Bud about to make a statement. Oh, he definitely gonna try to make a statement. Derrick James got no strategy. Man, if I was Earl, I'd be jabbing it. I hit that motherfucker everywhere. I wouldn't even be aiming for the head. I aim for the chest, for the shoulders, for the elbows, for the wrists, for the hips. But Bud said he been playing that fight over and over in his head. I kind of got a feeling what punch gonna cause him a lot of problems. But if Earl can dominate with his jab, he should be okay. To be honest. Remember how Kovalev was after the first fight with Ward? Ward stayed quiet and dismantled him in the rematch. I mean, yeah, he beat him in the first fight. I don't care what nobody say. After he got dropped, that just woke Andre Ward up. And Andre Ward, I go to work like a boxer. We gonna see why Spence want to go play on his ranch of horses and chickens. Yeah, he gonna be on his ranch with Yellow Belly and Lil Nas X and shit. I'ma ride my horse to the old town road. Ride till you can't no more. I just came on here to say you're underrated. YouTube. I never really comment, but always. So I appreciate it, Zay Judah. Appreciate it. He said one thing I've heard from Derek a lot is they believe Bud is more athletic than a boxer. Earl is starting to repeat it now too. Shit gonna be the downfall when Bud starts styling on him. He said, "I bet you won't dance on Earl like that." That shit was funny as hell. He said, "I bet you I will." I mean, I just look at it from a punch variety standpoint of view. When you talk about skill, I mean, what punch can he throw? Uppercuts, hooks, jabs, 1-2s. Just from a punch variety standpoint of view, he could throw every punch in the book. You know, I think his looping shots are better than his straight shots, but funny, the opposite. Errol Spence straight shots better than his looping shots. But it'd be an interesting fight. You just an Earl hater. I mean, it is what it is. Went on. He said, "I feel like Earl is just gonna walk through Crawford. It's only so much Crawford can take." I mean, in my opinion, is that really strategy, bro? If you banking on just walking through a motherfucker, ain't that the same thing where you banking on, or I'm just gonna stop him because he got a bad chin? Remember, Golovkin thought he was just gonna rub on Danny Jacobs' chin and just stop his ass, and he lost that bitch for real. And the only reason he dropped Danny is because Danny tried to switch going righty to lefty. He thought this nigga was Marvin Hagler at middleweight. He thought he was Marvin. That's why Danny got dropped. He was trying to switch stances, and Nate Campbell was telling Nate Campbell he had been working on throwing righty lefty, and Nate said, "Why the fuck you doing that?" And got dropped doing it. My thing is, people say, "Well, he just gonna walk through him." He might, but if that's what they banking on, bro, you think Terence Crawford don't know that? You think Terence Crawford don't know that? Because the difference between walking down, I mean, even with Mikey Garcia, man, even with Mikey Garcia, bro, he respected Mikey Garcia power. And I didn't understand that until I seen Mikey Garcia hit Jesse Vargas with the first shot. And I heard Terence Crawford speak on Mikey Garcia power too. It's an interview on Fight Hype from a couple years ago. And he basically was kind of saying that Spence had to respect his power because Mikey can punch. And when I seen Mikey hit Jesse Vargas the first time in that fight, it might seem insignificant. But when I seen him punch Jesse Vargas, Jesse Vargas' whole face, his whole demeanor changed. His whole body language changed. It looked like Jesse Vargas had got hit by a fucking car, bro. And Errol Spence started. Errol Spence just, kept him at bay. He didn't want to feel that shit. He knew Mikey Garcia can punch. My thing is, y'all act like he just about to walk down Bud and not pay a price. You know what I'm saying? Y'all act like Bud just gonna stand there and he just gonna beat on Bud. And maybe he will. But y'all forgetting he ain't never fought no puncher like Bud. What's the biggest puncher he fought? Mikey Garcia, and he was too short to get he was too short to get he was too short to get the bomb on the target. Who else he done fought who could punch? Come on, nobody consider Danny Garcia a puncher at welterweight, do we? Who Danny Garcia stopped at welterweight? Paula Malignaggi? And I don't even think Paula Malignaggi, she dropped, doom, 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 doom. He ain't even drop. Let's just be real. He ain't even drop. Unless I'm tripping. I think Rod Soccer was technically at welterweight though. That was like at 144 or some shit like that. 145. What puncher has Errol Spence fought? Kell Brook. And then again, Kell Brook was coming off a loss in the 13-pound weight cut. Let's call it a spade. Kell Brook, Mikey Garcia, and Emmanuel Lartley is the three biggest punchers he fought at welterweight. So, of course, you can walk down Sean Porter, you can walk down Danny Garcia, but you fighting somebody that kind of can punch. And let's not act like he ain't fought no punchers, because he sure did fought Ingus Velasquez, and that bitch can punch. Gamboa could punch at 35 too. He found that shit out. He fight meat was greasy. Victor Poster was just coming off stopping Lucas Matias when Danny Garcia couldn't stop Lucas Matias, but then they did Matias like super duper bold though. That motherfucker was fighting like killer after killer. He fought Provodnik, he fought Danny Provodnikov, Roberto Ortiz. He had a high ass knockout ratio. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker had a high ass knockout ratio. He also fought Kell Brook, and Kell Brook said, "This is the best that I ever felt." He said that's the best he ever felt. Not I. He said that shit. Never been done like that before. You know what I'm saying? So shit, he been in there. Shit, like it or not, John Molina can punch. I ain't saying he the greatest puncher of all time though, but he can punch. British Prescott iced out Amir Khan ass. Ice me out. You know what I'm saying? He moved up and fought that motherfucker on a week or two notice. I think it was like a week's notice. Yeah, John Molina retired with a 61% knockout ratio. Can't talk too much to salute, bro. Y'all subscribe to Can't Talk Too Much. I just saying, dog. Bud made Derek turn into a Buddhist. That shit was funny. I seen when does Mason start breeding? Oh, I don't even know, bro. She can breed as far as soon as August or September, but that might be on the back burner for now. He said he thought his teeth came out against Ugas, man. And the first thing you think to do in the heat of the moment is pick them bitches up. Hey, them bitches out now. Shit. Theo, hey, Bud can make this the easiest fight if he wants, but I have a feeling Bud gonna want to prove that he can scrap with Earl. To be honest, I think he'll win that brawl. It'd be if he chooses to go in there and brawl with him, boy. The odds, I think the odds kind of favor Spence in that one. I don't think you want to brawl with Spence, but if he do, I mean, hey, fuck around and find out. He come in that bitch to brawl. Spence would be the favorite in my opinion. Bud might come out and walk Spence down. He might. That's how you do a puncher. That's what old boy Artem did to Frank Martin. He went right to Frank Martin and was busting Frank Martin in his fucking chops. He was busting Frank Martin in his chops. Frank couldn't do shit. He might box that mug. He might come out and walk him down. Or he might just, look for Errol Spence to create opportunities with his offense. 704 Joe with the Errol Spence welterweight. Yeah. If he tries to box, he's going out early. Vic C. He might, never know. Never know. He could be right. Karate Body, what it do, dog? Support the channel, Venmo, CJ Good 313. But yeah, shit. This probably, we got all these different theories and shit, like we in the multiverse and shit. This bitch might go somewhere we never see it go. Motherfucker might tear his ACL getting in the ring and shit. Y'all done paid y'all money and shit. Singing it towards ACL. Some wild shit can happen. He said if Earl want to get Bud off his game, Earl need to slander Bud's family. Yeah, but then again, go ask happened to ask Ray Robinson from Philly what happened when they said he robbed Bud and amateurs. Them niggas try to jump on his ass. Overhand right be on his ass. They do. Like he started kind of catching that because Sean Porter couldn't land it like that. He kind of made that adjustment. That's something that they fixed. But yeah, that man, old boy was clocking that nigga with that bitch. Gamboa having success with it too. I definitely could see Bud having EJ on the back foot at some point. Yeah, it could. That's what you do when you got a fighter that love to come forward. Y'all got any questions? I answer them. You go to them, especially you got them type of punchers that like to keep you at the end of the shots. The ones that can punch and generate power in short areas. That's what kind of make a Naoya and Foden kind of interesting too, because if a Naoya can generate power on the inside as well at the end of the punches, Foden, that means Foden got to he got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he got to strive for perfection. But if you get somebody where you bullying them and the power gone, and those type of guys where they got to be on balance to punch, them the type of guys you speaking on. But the guys that just naturally heavy handed, like Julian Jackson, who can just pull it out their ass and punch you no matter where the angle coming from, them the guys you worried about. But then you still got to take a chance. Somehow you got to deflate the tires, and some people like to just get inside and just get in their chest and work the body and break them down that way. But you still got to take a chance because you can't be at their mercy. And that y'all notice that's what Tyson Fury did. Fury had to take some shit, but Fury leaned on Wilder. He got on the inside, and on the outside when he had success, he clipped Wilder. Guess what he did? He leaned on Wilder. He smothered Wilder. He beat Wilder up while he was smothering Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So, when you dealing with those, them type of punchers, dude, just in general, especially guys, you look at Holyfield did. Holyfield went right through Mike Tyson, suffocated him, and Mike Tyson couldn't get off no more. So once he put Mike Tyson on the back foot, Tyson couldn't get his balance and generate power no more. Even with guys like Julian Jackson, you just had to take a chance, bro. That's what it was. You had to get him before he got you. The proud, that's what it is. The Marines. I don't know what the fuck I got to be the best you can be at. I'm getting shit. Bud could prevent Derrick James from being coach of the year. Oh yeah, I mean shit. If he beat Charlo beat Canelo, he still might get it. And I still can't get a bet. Las Vegas got Bud and still can't get a bet. I mean, why you can't get a bet? He said, I bet there won't be a Spence Crawford rematch. Shit, you never know. Shit. You never know. Shit, rematches make more money. Shit, mark my words. Rematches make more money. Unless somebody get injured, that's the only way I see it don't be in rematch. Man, we'll see. Sidebar, I love to hear a band play talking out the side of your neck, especially Southern. He said 5K on Bud. I'm going down to Vegas next week. Safe trip. Be hot as fuck. Joe, you probably don't pay your bets. He said Karate Bite was good. He said, I don't like the way Bud I swell up at the end of Kill Bro. Well, it swell up versus didn't it swell up versus somebody else too? I want to say it swelled. No, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Kilbrook had a good jab. Gotta give him that. Good thing for Bud, he could switch, but at least he went through some adversity. Cause the cut that could change this whole fight. Cause ain't neither one of them niggas been cut for real, have they? So that could be a case. But Kell Brook had a lot of success with Errol Spence too. He said the whole money is on. Man, make sure you sew your ass up after the fight. Win, lose, or draw. Spence lacks a counter punching is gonna be his downfall. He did catch Sean Porter though. That was a lucky punch though. He was missing that bitch all night though. He said, I cannot recall Anthony Boyd Spence being able to fight back. We did. He said he can. I heard he could switch hit too. Yeah, I heard he just don't do it. So I remember the swelling on Bud Eye from the Kilbrook Jazz. I thought it came from the third round after Bud switched to southpaw and Brooks started landing the right hand. I thought it came from the jab, honestly, but I couldn't tell you. He said we can virtually shake on it. What's your cash app? That nigga gonna change his whole name on your ass. He said Kilbrook has the timing jab, not a volume jab. So that's not an issue anyway. But hey, man, that bitch land, you never know. He said, I think Team Bud knows Errol Spence can't fight on the back foot. Kell Brook had success putting him on the back. And he turned it up on Kell Brook, bitch ass, though. He turned that bitch up he turned the stove up on super high. He turned it up on Kell Brook ass. Karate Body and Super Chat. He said, you got anything on this fight? No, I stay away from this shit. I'm staying away from this shit. I probably gonna bet on Tuesday fight. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what my bet gonna be, but I'm betting on Tuesday fight. I see some odds I like. Danny stopped Brandon Rios. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. I forgot he fought Rios. Hey, Rios and the Mike Alvarado. You want to watch some good fights? They had a couple good wars too. Rios and Mike Alvarado. That was some good fights. He said Crawford could fight going backwards. He has power going backwards like water. It's rare. He got power off platform too. So it's interesting. He said I need some big money to come in on Spence to drive those odds. We could do a knockout. I know somebody got some good odds on Tuesday. I ain't gonna say nothing though, because I want to spoil my bet. English dropped Ortiz too. He can punch. Yeah, that bitch can punch. We know that. He dropped Bud. I ain't gonna say. Caught Bud with a shot he ain't see coming. Bud got up and that just turned that nigga on. Errol will win if they cheat. Laugh my ass off. Oh, you gonna talk cash shit if you win, regardless. If Goodfella give me his word, I'll make the bet. What I got to do with y'all motherfucking bet? Unless y'all gonna let me be the escrow and I hold the cash. Okay, that's one thing. Hey, yeah, CJ, you know boxing, bro. These Errol Spence, D riders only know Earl and PVC roster. Outside of that, they don't know it. That is true. A lot of them fighters been grandfathered in. Shout out to AS on from HBO. If he tried to trade with Spence Bug on the hospital after the fight, possibly. Errol Spence could go to the hospital too. Shit, why you bullshitting? Because let's not act like he traded with her Dennis Ugas and almost didn't get sent to the Twilight Zone, nigga. He traded with Ugas. That man, that was Bud. Now I know it ain't Bud, but if Bud punched that nigga through the ropes like that, oh, your boy would have been finished, cuz. And but all that, he was looking for his mouthpiece. That bitch was hurt before that. Don't forget that. He got hurt before that whole sequence happened. And everybody act like it didn't happen. That was the crazy shit about it. Everybody act like Errol Spence didn't get hurt a few times in that fight. He got hurt to the body in that fight. He got hurt to the head a couple times. In that round, or Dennis Ugas hit him to the ropes. He hurt him right before that. That's how I knew Errol Spence was kind of like out on his feet. He hurt him before that, for sure. He did the stanky leg, and then he came back and smacked him into the ropes. And I don't know what Dennis Ugas was waiting on. I don't know what he was waiting on. He should have knocked that bitch through the rope. Even if it was a disqualification, he still would have been the champion. So I don't know what Dennis Ugas is looking at the ref for. Unless the ref jumped on my back like he did Deontay Wilder when he knocked out Stavern in the second fight, he should have knocked Errol Spence through the on the fucking flow. She dropped, doom doom. Travis Spurs salute. He should have knocked him through the motherfucking man. That's the same thing Bud did to Kell Brook when he hit him with that juck punch. As they say, what it's called a juck punch. Kell Brook went through the ropes and Bud about to jump right on him, but the referee said, the ropes held him up. Errol Spence don't know. Derek James don't know how to prepare for Bud's. He exploring all possibilities. I'm pretty sure he got an idea what need to happen. Support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Bud always find ways to win. Well, Theo, so do Errol Spence. So do Errol Spence. He always find ways. They always find ways to come through. That's what make the fight so good. So I'm gonna do a live film study this weekend, man. I didn't watch these dogs, so that's one less thing on my list. I'm gonna go see Mission Impossible and shit. I signed up for this AI shit, dude, to learn about AI. I need to start reading newsletters. I'm getting lazy. Football season right around the corner. Oh yeah, that's all I really care about. Yeah. The biggest punches were Mikey Garcia, and I can't recall anybody else. Danny Garcia, Kell Brook. He said Kell Brook was, I think, the hardest puncher he had fought. Yeah. I'm gonna get my soundboard back working. I don't know what happened. I'll just reinstall it. Carlson White said, yeah. Sean Porter had Bud Oswald. Yeah, I think that's the fight I was. Yeah, that might have been a fight. Let me see. That might have been I was thinking of. That tends to happen to you after you get older, bro. That tends to happen to you. all that scar tissue and all that pound, that the shit you be getting beat up on, that shit tends to happen. I don't know how experienced his corner is as far as with the in swell and stuff. But yeah, I don't see his eye swelling in this fight. Yeah, it did up under the eye. It's the left eye. I can't see the right eye. Hold on. Uh, it was it wasn't real bad swelling. It wasn't like the Kell Brook eye swelling. I think Kell Brook, he had a cut. I think it's a Kell Brook fight. Like he had a cut. The Kell Brook fight, it was the right eye. It was the top of the right eye. Might be some scar tissue there. Sean Porter fight, and it definitely is some scar tissue on that right eye. I'm looking at it right now. Like he got a cut right on the eyelid. Just looking at a previous press conference. The Sean Porter fight, it was under his right eye or his left eye. Hold on. Yeah, it was under his left eye. It may be because he got high. Oh, my bad. My bad. It's because he got high cheekbones, but it was under his left eye. Yeah, it was under his left eye. Boy, Mayweather didn't do a lot. Didn't get a lot of swelling either, bro. At all. It wasn't because he didn't get hit too much. It's just that motherfucker. Look at his daddy face. Look at his daddy face and shit. Daddy had a face of stone. His daddy had a face of stone. That nigga did something nasty to Dennis Ugas face though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga was beating on Ugas like he was a slave tied to a tree. He beat Ugas ass like, boy, you Uncle Willis' son. When you hear Spence could switch hit at, man, I got my sources. I got my sources. I been knew that though. That he can switch it. Yep. He said facts. They had 3 good fights. I think that's before a lot of these boxing fans' time. Yep. I used to every time them motherfuckers fought, I tuned in. Any chance the odds flips to get more money, the house calls you. House calls. The house never loses. If money come in on Spence, it's gonna come in the week of the fight, especially at the end of the week. Yeah, we can do that. Let CJ hold it. He said Bud's ability to punch between punches ain't been able to talk to enough. The reason it ain't talked about a lot, because even with Errol Spence throw a lot of punches, he's so accurate. So I think a lot of people tend to forget that. He's a good counter puncher. Capitalize mistakes, punching with you, hoping Naoya ain't on juice. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he ain't on no juice. I don't think so. He said he hurt Ugas 3 straight times to the body in the same round. He said, yeah, I trust you can hold the money. I don't know, Lathers. Oh, well, y'all can set it up. Y'all got to DM me. We can do that. Wait till the week of the fight. If I'm y'all, I'll just wait till the week of the fight and just hit me up and I hold the money. However y'all want to send that shit. Because you never know with this shit. I'll be waiting till real talk. I'll be waiting till I'll take the hit on the odds on boxing. I be wanting to see how niggas look at the weigh-in and all that shit. When I take my money on boxing, if I tend to bet on boxing, I'm very fucking careful. I be overanalyzing shit. Ugas hurt Spence. I know what you meant. When does Mason start breeding? I think I said maybe, I don't know, maybe not the next year, dude. It's kind of complicated right now. She can get in heat. I think next month. She hate putting that diaper on her ass. He said he thought his teeth came out. Okay, this is rolling over the comments again. So if I missed your comment, it's starting over again. So I'm not about to read all that. Crawford putting in where Crawford look like how the Benjamin Foe. He in shape. Errol Spence kind of the cut kind of killing him right now, but we'll see. The cut kind of killing him. The Vikings taking over the North once again. Yeah, to each his own. You better believe it. Y'all know what happened to y'all last year in that second. Y'all should have lost both games, though, to be honest. All our players didn't get hurt, but y'all seen what happened to that second game. I think we played y'all the last 2 games out of the last 2 out of 3 games of the season, I think it is. Yeah, we played the Vikings 2 of the last 2 times in the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season. Yeah, I don't be putting no faith into the Lions, bro, like that, bro. I don't be having no expectations for them niggas, dog. Them niggas gonna have to. They beat Kansas City. I'll be on this bitch talking cash. Yeah, we play y'all the 24th and January 7th. So we play y'all 2 times in the last 3 weeks. I might go to that Cowboy game, bro. Yeah, I might go to that Cowboy because the national championship college football playoffs is the next day. So I might go to the Cowboy game in Dallas. Hook up with a Doners or something like that. He said when the mouthpiece fell out, the ref immediately told Ugas to stop, but the ref did not stop the fight for Spence to put his mouthpiece back. I believe the ref saved Spence in the moment. Yeah. Only time you can stop the mouthpiece fall out. Only time you supposed to stop the fight for the mouthpiece if the action stopped. Or this Ugas was in this right state to go punch him. Crawford too smart not to dap and knock out Spence. We'll see. He said he was headbutted against Kell Brook. Brook jab wasn't working. I don't know about that one. I gotta watch the fight. It's fight stuff that's just in you. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. You know, I think they both fighters, bro. Spencer Dog, EJ Tank, Devin Shakur. What about him? Shout out to Ruben. He said I'll be on Wednesday or Thursday. If Bud wins, with Bo Mac be coach of the year? I don't know. Need more than one fighter, but I don't know, man. It's a hot year. Calvin Ford, if they get a big fight in, Calvin might be trainer of the year. If Tank get another big fight in. Tank like he already on weight. Crawford drip game is hilarious, bro. Came off the plane with ripped jean shorts. Hey, I don't know how they do it in Nebraska. I don't wear jean shorts no more, bro. I ain't wore jean shorts in years, dude. I'm cargos, hoop shorts. That's it. I really don't like wearing jeans in the summertime. But if I have to, I will. First fight I'm a boss since Wilder Fury. Yeah, I was thinking about going to Dave and Buster's, but I thought about it. I said last time with the Dave and Buster's, Fury knocked out Wilder in that second fight. I'm gonna order, dude. If I do go somewhere else, I'll give away a pay-per-view. Is they having this at the movie theater? If they having the movie theater, I'll give away a pay-per-view. I just go to a movie theater. Let's see if they're having it at the movie theater. Hey, believe it or not, I ain't gonna probably believe me when I tell y'all this. Believe it or not, it be girls that be going to the movie theater watching the fights, bro. Oh yeah, it's gonna be at the movie theater. It look like. My niggas be barking at nothing. I look like it might be at the movie theater. Hey, UFC always at the movie theater. One of the theaters I go to. Shut up. One of the movie theaters I go to. They always at the movie theater, bro. UFC. You can count on it. Hell no. Coach Ford or it's Derek James. He said TC went all day. Bump Bizzle. Shout out to him, bro. Ruben salute. Big C. All I know is Spence hit Porter below the belt 50 times. I wonder how Spence Crawford will handle it. Oh, that nigga getting DQ knowing him. That nigga gonna hit that nigga with one of them damn knockout king haymakers. For sure. What do you think about Adam 22 situation? I don't know. I did a video on it. You can look it up. That's the only time I'm gonna speak on it. Hey, to each his own. He just monetizing his pain, bro. He just doing it for money, to make money. I ain't falling for it. Errol don't seem confident. I don't know. Maybe he just trying to cut weight. That white boy just dripping y'all niggas out of attention and money. All that shit is. I ain't falling for it, dog. Like y'all like sharing y'all women. That's on y'all. I don't judge y'all what y'all do, man, because it ain't no formula on what work today. You know, women love the streets. Women hate men and women love the streets. I keep telling y'all that shit, bro. When a woman can get an opportunity to level up on your ass, check out my channel, Free Game 89. I just uploaded 2 videos today because I missed yesterday. FR33 Game 89. Links in the description and link tree. And this is the honest truth. When a woman get a better opportunity, she gone. 9 times out of 10, bro. Too many options today. So whatever work for you, if it's a polygamy, if it's a monogamous relationship, if it's the free agent lifestyle, if it's tricking, if it's whatever it may be, whatever worked for you, it worked for you. But to be in a monogamous relationship, you gotta trust the person. You have to trust them, and they gotta trust you. And a lot of times when y'all go into this y'all go marry these women, bro, they got all the power. And one of a few things can happen in a marriage once you commit to a woman like that. One thing, she got you on that paper, and it ain't no contract or no prenup. She got you on papers, and then she stopped doing what she used to do. Now she got you. Now she get comfortable. She get lazy. I was at a Walmart like last year, and the guy was basically saying how he worked all these hours, and his wife would just sit there at home and not do nothing, and he couldn't do shit. I wasn't even trying to eavesdrop on the nigga. I was just buying my shit, was hearing him talk about it. A lot of women get complacent. They start working out. They start working on themselves, and then they turn around and blame you. They the ones that stop wanting to do the work when it comes to marriages and stuff. And then they bring you down with them. They eat bad. You start working out. You stop being the man you used to be, and then they go find a nigga that you used to be. That's why I always tell you guys, man, you got to put yourself first, because you don't put yourself first, even over them kids. Sometimes you got to put yourself first. Come on, you got to put yourself first. Somebody asked. Just ain't my problem. You and y'all don't get no pussy. Ain't my problem. Trying to help y'all out. Shit. Trying to help y'all out. Shit, who don't want to talk about pussy? That's crazy. We trying to help y'all out. Y'all the ones that be out here getting finessed, getting put on child support. I seen that lady put her son, I heard that boy out, that man, her son out as soon as this check started coming. Like I said, I don't put no stock in these hoes, man. You find you a good woman, keep her. I always tell y'all to sign up a good woman, and she willing to go in her pocket for you. She willing to celebrate your holidays and celebrate your shit. It's a great sign. Or you just lead a free agent lifestyle, like my boy Coach Greg Adams say. Just get you a nice rotation of women. Shit. Let them know what it is, or just start paying for pussy, man, and just not deal with none emotional attachments. Strap your dick up and be done with it. Whatever. I'm just speaking on whatever works for you. You want to share your wife with people, so be it. Y'all want to be swingers? Hey, gotta know it's good and bad that come with that shit, bro. Find what work for you. Find what work for you, bro. Real talk. Your niggas laughing. Find what work for you. Some niggas just be paying for it and just don't have to deal with it. So Coach Greg Adams say free pussy costs the most. I'm like, dude, the way he broke it down, hell yeah, he right. 90% of men have been married and will tell you don't get married, don't do it. Nope, yeah. Only person I heard that say they're happy in marriage was Ronnie Boy Fresh. That's the only ninja I ever heard to say he was happy in marriage. And other ones didn't have to say so, because I see him cheating on their wife at the job, and niggas got 2 cell phones and shit. But if you cheating, she cheating. We all know that. But let me get out of here, man. I got to eat. Appreciate y'all, man. This will be on the podcast sometime tonight, bro. Peace.